Hello everyone, Matt here once again back with another video. It's been a few months since I did this, so I thought why not, let's just make another one. I was looking through all of my movies trying to think of a ranking or something I could do, and finally I just decided upon the idea of ranking my least favorite superhero movies. So I think of all the movies I've chosen, I think I chose about 8 or so of them. So we're going to start from number 8, which is my least of my least favorites, and then go all the way down to number 1 being my number 1 least favorite superhero movie. So coming in at number 8 is XMen Apocalypse. Now I seem to be like one of the only people who has like a really big problem with this movie, and to be honest, I don't really know what it is, but something about this movie ever since it came out has always bothered me, and it's not like I've just seen it once. I've seen this movie several times, and I never liked it anymore each time that I saw it. So I do like all of the cast and everything, and there are cool parts, but as a movie as a whole, there's something about this movie that just really kind of bothers me and gets on my nerves. And so yeah, that's why that is at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have The Amazing Spider-Man 2. This is the only Spider-Man movie out of them all that I hate. Spider-Man 3 and Venom are not very good movies, but at least those have things in them that I do like, despite them not being good. I really don't like anything about this movie, aside from Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone, and their chemistry was good. I hated all 3 of the villains. I just really don't like about anything about this movie. It annoys me. It has an annoying feeling to it. I do like the first one, despite me having like some flaws with it, but this one I just do not like at all. Coming in at number 6, we have another X-Men movie, and you're probably not shocked by it. That is X-Men Dark Phoenix. This is even worse than Apocalypse. At first I thought I hated Apocalypse more, but then I watched this again and realized how truly awful and rushed this movie is. See, X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine are both kind of bad movies, but at least of those, I still find enjoyment out of them. This, like the other 2 movies, just has an annoying feeling to it that I do not like, and it just feels so weird and low budget and really, really fast paced, and I do like a couple things in here, but I don't know, I really don't really care for this movie much at all. In fact, I'm kind of to the point where I hate it. So, yeah, so that's number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have Thor the Dark World. This is the only MCU movie that I hate. I know there are a few other bad ones, but this is the only one I really hate. And I rewatch it every time I'm trying to rewatch the whole MCU. And this is just the one that I can't even pay attention to. It is so incredibly boring. One plus I would give about it, I'd say about the first 10 minutes or so, it was great. And then from then on, it feels like every single minute it gets more boring and worse. And I do not care for this movie at all. And I really wouldn't ever watch it again if it weren't part of my favorite movie series. So yeah, that is number 5. Coming in at number 4, this is in a double pack. So number 4 is Batman and Robin. This is probably technically the worst Batman movie ever. It's really stupid. It's kind of like if they made a cartoon movie live action, but then somehow made it way worse. I loved it as a kid, I'm not gonna lie, but then I grew up, and ever since then I hate everything about this. I like George Clooney as an actor. He's by far the worst Batman though, and I do not plan to watch this movie again. This one's bad too, but it doesn't make top 10 or anything, and at least this one has some good parts. But yeah, so that's number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. Now when this movie first came out, like some of these, I actually liked a lot. And then I tried to watch it again here a few months ago, and I couldn't even make it through it. It was so boring and too corny, but not in like the fun way. So the first one's really corny and a bad movie, but that one felt fun to me. This felt corny and really stupid, but it dragged on 10 times worse than the first one. Alright, and coming in at number 2 is actually an animated movie, and that is Batman and Harley Quinn. So one thing I think that DC really has going for them is their animated movies. I feel like a lot of their live action ones aren't very good, but normally what is really good is their animated films. So I can't even begin to describe to you how much I was disappointed and hated this movie. This is honestly one of the most annoying movies I have ever seen in my entire life. I will never, ever, ever watch this movie again. I hate everything about it from start to finish. Harley Quinn, she was fine in like things like Suicide Squad and stuff, but honestly, in this movie, she is honestly one of my least favorite characters in anything ever. I can't stand this movie at all, and I do not ever plan to watch it again. So that is number 2. So coming in at number 1 spot for my least favorite superhero movies of all time. If you've watched my channel before for a few years now, you would know what my number 1 is because I've done a few videos on it. And that is Batman versus Superman. Now, I know you're probably wondering why I'm buying all these movies. That's because I want to just own pretty much every superhero movie. So I still bought it even though this is pretty much my least favorite movie of all time. I wouldn't even say this is the worst. In fact, there's probably a lot of the ones even on this list are worse than this movie. But for some reason, I just hate this movie so much. For me, it was the biggest letdown ever. I was so excited for this movie, and I feel like I got absolutely nothing in return. And with every single time that I have watched it, I have liked it less and less and less. In fact, there were things about it when I first watched it that I did like. I liked the fight and I liked things. But honestly, if I had to say any redeeming quality about this movie at all, would be Wonder Woman. And the movie's not even about her. It's about Batman and Superman. I thought Batman was extremely hateful. Superman was boring, and I felt like she was the only thing at all redeeming about this movie. I don't like it. It's fine if any of you guys like it, but this, ever since it came out, has been such a letdown for me that I just really can't let slide. So even though this probably isn't the worst one, in fact, I would say probably half of these are a lot worse than this movie, this is my number 1 least favorite, and I really don't ever want to watch it again, unless I really have to. Alright guys, so that has been my list of my least favorite superhero movies of all time. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree, disagree, and let me know what your least favorite superhero films of all time are. I would love to hear it and discuss it with you all. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.